I am entering the town of Haynesville, Louisiana. You can see some blight already. This town has lost quite a lot of population over the past 40 years. So I expect we'll see quite a bit of that. Some abandoned homes. Here's the map real quick. Close to Arkansas, central Louisiana, but in the north. Anyway, if I make a right here, I'll head into downtown. There's Haynesville City Hall. Yeah, there's downtown up ahead. Yeah, I took a quick drive through already and I saw this over here. This Piggly Wiggly. Yeah, it's abandoned. That is not something you see very often. That Piggly Wiggly failing. Anyway, yeah, let's head up into downtown. It's in this direction. And I'll get out on foot. Well, I guess I'll just get out on foot here. So there's that Piggly Wiggly there in the distance. Got an old train depot right here. Haynesville. Well, why don't I head into this downtown? One of the numbers that really stuck out when I was looking at the census here is the percentage of people married here. 24%. That is really low. It's, I think, 52 for the US. So I dived into it a little bit more. 44% of the households in this town are headed by women. 44%, that's really high. Only 6% males are head of household. Married couples, 29%. Another number that really stuck out was widows. 30% of the women here are widows. That is one of the highest I've ever seen. So 3 out of every 10 women here is a widow. Despite that, I looked at the gender breakdown, 54% female, 46% male. So even with all these widows, there's still more women than men. There's a lot of abandoned shops here. Let's see if we can see in there. Let me give you the population numbers real quick. 1980 was peak population, 3454. Last census, 2039. That is a significant amount of population loss. So I expect we'll see some abandoned homes here when we get out on the streets. Here's the ethnic breakdown. 64% black, 34% white, 3% mixed race. Now here's another look downtown. It's a pretty cool mural over here. Let's go take a look at it. Oh, I can hear some church bells too. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Here's the median household income. $26,867 a year. Wow, that's low. That is everybody in the household, age 15 years old and older, their combined incomes. Combined incomes. Not quite $27,000 a year. That's $517 a week. If you figure the 40-hour work week, that's $13 an hour. Wow, that is not much money. You can't even buy a good used car for that anymore. I'm not sure what this building is, but I like it. So poverty, as you can guess, is probably pretty bad. And it is. Let this truck go by. Here it is, 41.7%. Yeah, that's pretty bad. But look at children 17 and under, 72%. So 7 out of every 10 kid that lives here lives in poverty. Folks 65 and older, it's 32%. That's bad too. A little bit more of the downtown. Cost of living though, here's the index, 82. It's pretty low. Healthcare is the only one that's high. It's 103. Seems to be a major truck thoroughfare. They're constantly driving down that road, even though kind of in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, back to cost of living. Homes are 46, so that's 54% lower. There's an empty storefront here. But I tell you one thing, crime is decent. Last year, 16 incidents per 1,000, compares to 23 for the US. So crime here, it's not bad. Maybe because there's more women here. The women are probably in charge. Anyway, let's go and take a look at some neighborhoods. Well, right out of downtown, this is what you see. It's quite nice, isn't it? Some really pretty houses here. This is really nice. That is a huge home. Well, on the other side of the railroad tracks, you see more of this. Not sure what happened to that house. It's just a foundation left. Still seeing a lot of big houses though. Oh, look at all this green. You know you're in Louisiana when you see this. Someone parked an old antique tractor in the carport there. You see that? That house is, looks like it's done for though. Yeah, this one is being swallowed up by nature. You can see that. But then you see some pretty nice houses mixed in. There is some abandoned homes here. Not as many as I thought there would be. I don't know, every 6 or 7 house you see something like this. Did you guys see that? That's right, cat sighting. Well, you see a little of this here and there. But for the most part, town looks pretty nice. It's very quiet and peaceful in this town. Well, all right. Let's head to the next town. I am in Homer, Louisiana, checking out this beautiful parish courthouse. Homer is the parish seat for Claiborne Parish. This is Greek Revival. This was built before and being used before the Civil War. Give you an idea how old it is, and it is still in use. I am in downtown Homer. So let's take a look. Claiborne Parish Courthouse, built in 1860. This antebellum building was the point of departure for Confederate troops during the war between the states. It is one of the finest examples of Southern expression of Greek architectural style. Wow, how about that? Well, let's see, Homer, here's the population history. 1950 was peak population. There was 4,749 people here. Today, 2,747. That is pretty significant. Pretty significant population loss. Downtown seems pretty lively though. I kind of expected it to not be. Median age here is 27. That was a bit of a surprise too. That's young. Like the last town, the marriage numbers kind of stick out. In this town, 20% of the people who live here are married. 20%. So 8 out of 10 people are not married here. Again, female-led households, super high, 60%. Males only 6%. Married couples only 17%. So, yeah, the women are in charge of the households here. 51% male, 49% female. That's pretty normal. So those are all really interesting numbers. Here's the ethnic breakdown. 72% black, 21% white, 1% Asian. Yeah, that's a little unusual. Remaining 7% mixed race. Homer National Bank, it says. But right here it says Claiborne Parish Office Complex. Police jury. Huh. And it is apparently in operation as such. Okay, so there's the parish courthouse. And if you come over here, got a pretty awesome mural. Claiborne Creamery, Incorporated Cheese Factory. It looks like a cotton farm, doesn't it? Well, so let's dive into the income numbers because they're pretty shocking. Here's the median household income in Homer. $20,723 a year. I looked at the average person per household here, 2.8. 2.8 people per household. Making less than $21,000 a year, all 3 of them together. Oh, there's a lot of traffic here. So anyway, that's $400 a week. On a 40-hour work week, that's $10 an hour. I mean, what's that saying? That 2.8 people are making $10 an hour combined? It's crazy. As you can guess, poverty is pretty bad. 46.4 overall. School-age children, 67%. Folks 65 and older, 19%. Just going to see if this barber shop is open. Look at that. Retired. So cost of living's got to be pretty low, right? Yeah, it is. It's an 81. Again, healthcare is a 103, a bit high, but housing 44, so it's 66% lower. There are some pretty nice shops here downtown, and it's a pretty lively downtown. You guys can hear that for yourself, even though we've got a moment of quiet now. Huh. They got some pretty cool stuff here. Picture of the courthouse. Obviously they are proud of it. Looking closer at the picture, you see a Confederate statue there. That has apparently been taken down because there's not one now. Interesting. Alright, well, by the way, Homer, Yes, the town is named after the Greek poet, in case you're wondering. I have no idea what this sound is. It just started. Wow. Somebody's going to have to help us out, a local, and tell us what's going on here. That is a creepy sound. I feel like I'm in an apocalyptic movie. Woo! I was thinking maybe it'd be a tornado siren or something, but I mean, it's a little cloudy. That's freaking me out, guys. This noise. Wow, that is some crazy, crazy sounds. Oh, that sound finally stopped. Now you can hear sirens, police sirens. Anyway, I want to show you this building. This is City Hall, built in 1930, in the style of an Italian villa. That is a work of art, isn't it? I didn't give you crime numbers, did I? Now that I hear these sirens. Crime here is 25 incidents per 1,000. So that's a little higher than the US at 23, but still not too bad. Anyway, so yeah, let's get out and check out some houses. Well, right on the edge of downtown, they have a Piggly Wiggly, and it is open. They also have a Brookshire's. So this town is, it's got groceries. I saw a dentist's office, a pretty good sized medical clinic too, coming into town. So there's still quite a bit of stuff here. Yeah, there's quite a lot of blight just a couple blocks off downtown. You see a lot of this. I'm not sure what this was. Old trailer. Yeah, I'm not sure what this building was. But it is in really bad condition. Looks like it's just falling apart, doesn't it? And look at this house. This is a nice house at one time. You can see that it is just disintegrating. Wow. I wonder why. Someone would let that go. It's a nice place. You get on the other side of downtown, though. There's some stately old homes here. Yeah, pretty nice. Wow. Those are nice houses. I'm in the small town of Bernice, Louisiana. Look at that gas price. It's been a long time since it's been that cheap. Am I right? I guess that was a gas station there at one point. It's a pretty nice little town so far. There's a railroad depot over here with a caboose. It's pretty nice. They've got a caboose by this old depot, and yeah, it looks like it's a museum. That's nice. So I'm inside this caboose.
Yeah, this is the caboose.
It's part of the museum, I guess, huh?
Yes.
I haven't been inside a caboose in a long time. I guess this is a little restroom type area. Cool. Across the street from the depot, this is the police department. And then we've got downtown right here. This looks like the Tin Man, doesn't it? Let's get a closer look. That is fantastic, isn't it? It's outside a shop called Galleria of Treasures, but it appears it's not open. It's got a for sale sign on it. It's got a lot of stuff still in there, though. If you were to buy this place, you'd be up and running pretty quick. Well, let's see. Here's the population history. 1980, 1,956 people. Last census, it's dropped to 1,356. So they've lost some people. Median age is 41. A little older than the U.S. Let's see. Here is the ethnic breakdown. 68% black, 18% Hispanic. That's a little different, isn't it? 14% white. No mixed race. I found that kind of interesting. All right, median household income as the church bells ring. Nice. Median household income, $24,375 a year. That's $470 a week. Still very low. And here's City Hall. And that's about it. Mercantile Cafe. I don't know if this is open. Let's see. That looks like that's closed now, doesn't it? By the way, I was going to tell you this is a logging town. There you go. It's still an active business here. I think the top employer is a local sawmill. So that truck went by just in time. Got another empty building here. There's a bunch of junk in there. And I want to take a quick look at this. This looks like a insurance. Claiborne Insurance. It is for sale too, by the way. If you want this little tiny building. See what's in there. Not much. That is a tiny little store, or business, I guess. It'd be enough for a local insurance company, though, I would think. Small as this place is. Well, let's look at the poverty numbers. Pretty high. 32% overall. Children 17 and under, 58%. Folks 65 and older, 18%. Not as bad as the last two towns, but still pretty high. What's interesting is the cost of living here is the lowest of the three. Here's the index, a 75. I think that might be the lowest I've ever seen since I started doing this. Healthcare 103, just like the other two, but housing is a 43, so housing is 50% or 57% lower here. Now the married situation, a little bit better here. 35% of the town is married, and married couples are 42% of the households. Female-led household is 23%. Male is 4%. Now this over here looks like it might be a gathering spot of sorts for the town. You see some bleachers here. A few people could sit there. And then there's a mural. But in front of it, you've got a deck there. A little band could play, or someone giving an address to the citizens. Yeah, nice little mural. You can see there is the depot I showed you earlier, and a sawmill that's here in town, from what I understand. Cool. I haven't given you crime yet. Wait till you hear this. Here's the crime. 3 total. 3 total crimes in this town last year. So that comes out to about 2 crimes per 1,000 people. The U.S. is 23. 1 assault, 2 thefts. That's it. All last year. That is something, isn't it? Okay, well, let's go check out some houses. Not sure what's going on there. Some sort of large operation at one time. And it's getting swallowed up by nature. And there's a big building in there. Not sure what's going on there. Man. Just gotta love Louisiana. I mean, this is what the town streets look like. Just filled with green. Everything just grows like crazy here in this state. Looks like an abandoned house here. Interesting. Yeah, there's just so much beautiful old decay. This town is really quiet and peaceful though. Well, this looks like a mobile home graveyard. Pretty sure no one lives in any of those. They're just sitting here. I guess rotting into the ground. Look at that little shotgun house, it looks like. Well, there is a lot of stuff here. Wow. Yeah, lots and lots of stuff. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of this video. Up next, we're heading to Mississippi. Rural Mississippi. We're going to see some small towns there. So, I will see you there.